physical football teams. Um, I think two very good football teams. And there wasn't much room for error. And really, the first guy that coughed the breathe guard or made a mistake was going to give the other team an advantage. And unfortunately, it was us. They came out the second half and made two big drives and one big drive and one big play, and it kind of changed the course of the game. But, you know, what I'm most proud about is our guys buckled up, came back, fought hard, and just continued to get after them on both sides of the ball, both offensively and defensively. You know, I think for both of us, for us and Linfield, and just visiting with their coaching staff, we both felt like it was just a physical football game, which is what we anticipated going into it.
Go ahead.
What was it like being back on the field for the first game home?
Go ahead.
It was good. I mean, we've been hitting each other in the off season, all off season, so we finally got someone to hit, someone else to hit it. It's a lot more fun.
Well, yeah, it definitely felt awesome. The audience was great. Our fans were awesome. And, to be able to hit someone else was a great feeling. We just got to get better from this, and we will get better from this, and just take it one game at a time. So.
What do you think the defense did effectively today?
Well, there was a lot of bright spots. I mean, there was pressure on the quarterback, pressure on guys shut down the run game. I mean, they had some spurts, but it wasn't a situation where they were just running up and down the field. I think pretty much the first half we basically shut them out the first half. So I thought defensively we did some things well.
How do you think the interceptions affect the game and like the team's confidence?
Well, for us, there was a lot of momentum. I think this is probably the first time we've had as many turnovers as we've had on that team. Linfield's a very good football team. They're not just an average run-of-the-mill football team. It's one of the better football teams in the country in all divisions in terms of accomplishments. So tonight's game was against an outstanding football team, and for us to play as hard as we did and as well as we did speaks well for our football program.
Does the defense practice effort on that?
You're a defensive guy.
Well, on the D line, we practice like turnover Thursday. So, like if there's a turnover, sprint the ball, block a guy, and in the secondary, just make sure to try to capitalize on the yards after catch.
And what areas can we see improvement in next game?
There's going to be a lot of improvement. From one game to the other, I think we will make major improvement. Trinity, we've had a chance to play a full game against another team. Gives us a chance to evaluate ourselves on film, see the mistakes that we've made, make the corrections in those mistakes. We're a good football team. We can play fast, we can play big, we can play physical, and I think as each game go on, more and more of those things will come to surface.
And can I have each of your names like spelled out completely and yours as well?
I'll give it to you later.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Anything for Joe here?
Yeah, Joe. Popped off a big run there at a pretty big moment in the game where you gave your team a chance to take the lead. Tell me about what you saw in that play and go through that play with me, and how good it felt, I guess, to hear that roar and to be able to set your team up like that.
Well, that first half, there was a lot of running holes for me and for all our running backs. The offensive line was doing great. Inside zone was working really well. And so to have a run like that, it was really a momentum shift and exciting for me. just to put us have a first half like that was really good. So we're definitely going to work off that and learn from the good things that we did and the bad things that we did and move forward.
And Austin, seems like you guys kind of had a bend but don't break kind of mentality going on in the first half, where they seemed to run the ball down the field, and then all of a sudden they would kind of hit a wall there around the 30 to 20, and a couple key interceptions obviously helped, but you guys seemed to stiffen up on the line too. What was the battle like, I guess, inside in the trenches there for you guys to be able to kind of plug up those holes when it got down to the nitty gritty of the red zone?
Well, we knew they were run first team, and both quarterbacks were running quarterbacks, so we knew if we established stopping the run, that forcing them to pass would cause problems. And obviously it did with all the interceptions. So we just want to make sure just to stop all the plug all the holes and make sure they cut back, and we get the cut back every time, and stiffen up every time they get to the goal line.
That's all I got.